Virginia Duke, or did you?
Yes,
you did.
I pulled it up on my phone while we were watching the fight.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
I mean, the sports book here was just going nuts.
Yes.
Just nuts.
I completely believe it because first off, like we talked about on the show on Friday on Money Moves, that Duke to be in the position to begin with is crazy that they're there for the ACC title game. And then for it to go to overtime and Virginia to lose the way that they did, trying to do the trickeration on the final play, it was all chaos. And then Alabama losing in the fashion they did creates so many additional questions on do they get penalized and knocked down a peg at all for losing in that fashion to Georgia. It's going to be really interesting to see how all this comes down.
Trickeration.
Yeah. Is that a fun way to put it?
It was good.
I think that's
but
fair.
it was baffling to see how this happened. And then there's so much debate on going out of bounds and was he pushed back? Was he? I mean, what did you think, JVT?
I thought they ultimately got it right. I think, like Stormy said, I mean, to put the way that you're going to put the offense out there in that position, you probably should just roll your best stuff out there and not try to get too cute with it at the end of a game like that.
You would think.
Yeah.
That's how you could tell it's desperation mode at that
Yes.
point when they were trailing as long as they were. That said, we'll keep you updated as we learn that information. But in the NFL today, we've got a few games with weather that's going to be impacted. And I am curious from your perspective and looking at some of these numbers that have shifted around. Games like in Cleveland, in Buffalo, in Jacksonville, where we're going to see a ton of rain we expect in that Jags game. Any impact on the total or spread you think that's weather related?
Oh, no question. I mean, we moved that Browns Titans game down a point, so we're down to 33. Have you heard when was there a total in the NFL lower than 33?
In the preseason.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Somebody said there was one 20 years ago, and I don't recollect that, but 33 seems uniquely low. I would tell you that not all 6 and 7 point teasers are made equally.
Yeah.
But when you have a total of 55 like we do in the Bills game, well, teasing a total like to go over, it just doesn't seem to have the same impact. But 6 or 7 points on 33 is a pretty big deal.
Yep.
I realize it's raining. You're smiling like.
Well, I'm laughing because this is actually, I think, where you're going with this. I told Stormy because Stormy likes what she calls these SGTs, these same game teasers, right? So you tease a side, you tease a total of the same game. And I told her earlier this week, and I think I texted it to her. Titans plus 10 and then getting that up to 40 and getting it under might not be the worst thing in the world.
Might not.
Right? Yeah, see? See, we're on to something here. I mean, I like the Titans in general. I mean, I likened it to a couple of weeks ago, Derek. Cleveland was here in Vegas playing the Raiders. The Raiders were 4-point favorites. And I was sitting here going, why in the world would the Raiders lay 4 points to anybody? And sure enough, they lost that game outright. Fast forward to today, I'm sitting here going, why in the world would Cleveland lay 4 to anybody? So I do like the Titans here. I have them plus 4 at this side, and I'm with you in terms of maybe teasing that up and betting it under.
Feels strange to see the Browns as a favorite, but when you're playing the Tennessee Titans, that's what's inevitable to happen. Let's kind of go through the rotation here. Commanders and Vikings. We got Jaden Daniels back. Dan Quinn said Friday he's fully cleared. Will start for the first time since suffering that dislocated elbow in week 8. We'll face a Vikings team with J.J. McCarthy back under center as well. And I know this line has kind of been all over the place this week.
I mean, we opened this as Commanders as a 1-point favorite. We had a favorite flip all the way up to Vikings at 2-point favorite. And then with the Jaden Daniels news, Commanders went up to a 2-point favorite. Now it's settling at Commanders as a 1-point favorite, which is where we stand right now.
All right, let's go to some of the big games we have because I know that Washington, Minnesota, Tennessee, Cleveland are very sexy, but I feel like we should hit some of these big ones here.
Fair.
All right, let's talk a little bit about. Let's start with Pittsburgh and Baltimore. What have you guys been like here? Because I think you guys have been toggling back and forth. I think you got to 6 at one point, down to 5. Where are you at now?
Yeah, we opened at 6. We're at 5.5. It has bounced back and forth. 5 is not a really strong number, but this is a game when you think about this rivalry in the AFC. There was a good decade where there wasn't a game that was determined by more than 3 points. And when you see a game like this with this type of rivalry, where you're getting 5.5, it screams dog at you, doesn't it?
Yes, I guess on the surface, but I was surprised.
She's very pro Steeler.
Stop with this. I have gotten off the bandwagon, okay? during the start, I was seduced by the juice, and I ended up, I was a believer in Aaron Rodgers and that this offense was going to work. But when you can't throw a downfield pass, it becomes a problem. Like, why trade for DK Metcalf if you're not going to try to push the ball downfield? But here we are. That said, Dolphins and Jets, there's been so much to be made about the Miami Dolphins when they're playing in sub 46-degree temps. They're 0-7 with Tua in that area. It's going to be 39 degrees out there in New York. How's the market betting this one?
Market's betting this really very conclusively all Jets money. It was 3.5, then it went to 3 even. Couldn't hold it down to 2.5.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to the Chiller Ice Rink here in Dublin, Ohio. Western Reserve Radio and Stevie Sportscast. I'm proud to bring you Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on the Sunday afternoon. The Canton-Akron Jets, they get ready to compete for the Algar Memorial Tournament title as they will have a rematch from last night against the Dublin Jerome Celtics. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you. High atop rink number 1 here at the Chiller Ice Arena, in Dublin, Ohio. We get ready for what should be an outstanding rematch between two teams that met less than 24 hours ago. As the Canton-Akron Jets, 21-5-1 now on the year. Ranked number 3 by MyHockeyRankings.com. They will have 105 goals for them, 42 against. And last night they were in action against Dublin Jerome. And the only score for Canton-Akron came from Tyler Benson on the assist from Ollie Stagmeyer on a mobile stop, 35 out of 36. And for the Dublin Jerome Celtics, they would get one goal as well. That would be Luke Myers that would get that goal in regulation, and he would also get the game-winning goal in the shootout as both teams would end regulation in a 1-1 tie. Canton-Akron Jets are coached by Sean Houston. John Evans stepping in for Coach Houston today. He'll be assisted by Mike Furlong and Ethan Everhart. And for the Dublin Jerome Celtics, they're coached by Pat Murphy, assisted by Kurt Brown, Drew Robertson, and Derek Brosnick. Connor Mold will get the start again today in net as the Jets will be to our left, the Celtics to our right. And it looks like it's going to be John-Michael Broselnik that will get the start for the Jerome Celtics. Canton-Akron, after today, will head to Rochester next weekend. It will head up to the Tim Hortons Sports Complex for a weekend tournament. Matter of fact, the Youngstown Phantoms just returning from there as they would sweep the Tri-City Storm. The Storm have had all they can handle of the Youngstown Phantoms this year. They were back at the Cavelli Center last night. They also got a 1-0 shootout win over the National Team Developmental Program U18s. We will head back up there to Rochester next Friday. Stay tuned to our social media. We'll try to get you a schedule. Of course, if everything goes as planned, we will bring you all the action here along the iMedia One Network. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop here from Dublin, Ohio. You were listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and CityView Sportscast, all a part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @College Hockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
All right, change in net. It's actually going to be Colin Dolke who got the win last night, dropping 23 out of 24. And Akron 0 for 4 on the power play. Jerome Celtics also 0 for 3. And the 2-1 shootout loss for Canton-Akron. Canton-Akron in their all navy blues today. Light blue numbers outlined in white, navy blue helmets, as well as the navy blue pants. So Chance will get this one started against Brink. And for Dublin Jerome, they'll be in their white jerseys with the green numbers outlined in gold, black pants, and the green helmets. We are underway here as Jason Haig from behind the net of Zolke, trying to clear this one out to the far side. As Lontanen trying to get it forward into the Jets defensive zone. That'll be Brink. Brink cut off by Craven. He'll have to reset, send it back out to the far point. And it's going to be mishandled as Lucas Black was right there, but Dublin Jerome will get the puck back. They'll clear it as they go for a change. Craven from behind the net of Connor Mold. Working to the inside. He'll send this to the far side off the boards. Lang attempted to reach out for it. Zolke will set it up for play for Lang behind the net. Lang to the far side. Acrogianis now through center. He'll get this one over to Myers. Myers couldn't handle the pass. Jack Pryor there to take possession on the turnover. And back down to the upper right corner now as we go back and forth. Icing coming up against the Jets. Mason Doris, the closest one to it. He was trying to race Nash Lang down there, but icing nonetheless coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. Barbieri nicely, Sif, Morrow, and Doris. The 5 out now for Canton-Akron. Will drop this one to the left of Connor Mold. Dan Sif, the sophomore out of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Take this. He'll send this out to the point. It'll be a shot from the point by Dublin Jerome. That one will be a pad save by Connor Mold out to the near side. As Mason Doris working through center, gets it nicely to the right of Zolke. He'll take the sharp angle shot. It'll go around the back of the cage as nicely. We'll send us to the far side to get it to Max Morrow. Morrow, the former Newark General, sending it down in the upper right corner to Sif. Sif feeding it nicely over to Doris. Doris, harassed by 2 white jerseys, couldn't gather it up. Up into the netting, the puck will go, and we'll get the whistle with 13:26 remaining here in the first period. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. Before you get your NFL day started, of course, we are in the Columbus area, so I'm sure we have a split between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. A little bit of maybe some Pittsburgh Steelers peppered in. We'll have this draw to the left of Zolke, out to the point. Weaver trying to take a shot. Who there, though, is going to scoop this one away, and it will be boarded by Delmore. And I believe we're going to have an offside. 13-17 remaining here, first period. We're scoreless. This game ended 1-0 in regulation last night. Excuse me, 1-1 in regulation. That was the Phantoms that ended 1-0. Dab from the left side of Zolke. Takes a shot, glove save by the Celtic netminder. And we'll have the face-off to the left of Zolke here as it will be Weaver, Balestrino, Johnson, Dab, and now Thor Chavold, the sophomore out of Jackson High School. From around the back of the net, this will be Snyder. Snyder trying to send it out to the board. Weaver trying to fight through two white jerseys. He'll keep it down low. And Randall's now will have it scooped away by Chavold. And Forney will send it around the kick plate. He'll get this one all the way around to the far side to Delmore. Delmore had it for a moment. Jerome now through center. One-on-one with Weaver. Going to get a back check. From Sebastian Dab. Puck falling in the front. And on the right to left. Stop by Connor Mold. Somebody call somebody. That was a theft. Connor Mold coming through on that one. The net was so open, it looked like Connor went to the concession stand. Came back just in time, though. Puck to the left of Mold. As Shea will take this one for the Celtics. The official's doing a little house cleaning. They'll back him out of the circle. And Canton-Akron will win this one. Tyler Benson through center. And he'll have this one picked by Slazik. Slazik going across the ice. Trying to get this over to Nakamura. CAK on top of it. Dublin will dump this one in. It'll be an offside coming up against the Celtics. 12:22 remaining here, first period. They're scoreless. We'll have the face-off here at center. Braden LaChance. Take this one against Mason Shea. And Black trying to get it through center. He'll drop this one down low. It's Slazik for Dublin Jerome, banking this one off the back of the boards. He'll send it out to Haig. Haig trying to get it out to center. Try to work it to Shea. And CAK all over it defensively. There's a chance now down the far side. Haig in front of him. Got Tyler Benson there looking for a rebound shot. Pad save by Zolke. Puck from around the back of the net. LaChance. Look for somebody out top. Pryor at the point. He and LaChance will switch. LaChance working the blue line. Send it over to Craven. Craven taking a shot through traffic wide left. And it'll end up in the lower right corner up the board. And Cashman had it for a moment. He'll chip it down, and then Jack Pryor will chase it all the way down to the right of Connor Mold. He'll send it back to the other side. D to Craven. Craven couldn't get turned around in time. It'll be Lang now through center. Or Dublin Jerome chipping it down around the net of Connor Mold. Jack Pryor down in the lower left corner. He'll be harassed by Nash Lang. They'll tie it up as LaChance will step in to put some bodies against the board. Puck will come loose. Turk will take a shot from the near point. It'll be swept away by the stick of Mold, and it will go up into the netting. We'll get the whistle with 11-11 remaining here. First period. We are scoreless here in this championship game.
You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Yes, we are, Mike Hearn. Thank you. All right, face off to the right of Mold. This one will get sent out to center. Ethan Bell there. Had somebody, Turk, grabbing a little bit of his jersey, but he'll get away with it. No, I don't think he did. The official caught it. Now they're going to say it's an offside. No, he didn't get caught for that. All right, so no 5-yard penalty on that, as Forney will take it from the far side. He'll reset in his own defensive zone and send it D to Randall's. Randall's getting it through center, and he'll run in all kinds of traffic. Sif was there trying to get it to Bell, but he had Lawton in the way. Morrow from the neutral zone. He'll pass the red line. He'll take a shot. It'll go wide, go to the right of Zolke. Barbieri trying to clear this one deep into the zone. It'll go off the leg of Myers, and then it'll be ricocheted by Morrow down behind the net as Zolke will set it up for Forney. Forney through the circle to the left of Zolke. He'll have to switch directions. Rossi nicely taking the path away. Myers Now trying to get around Deacon Johnson. He'll get through center nicely there. We'll force him to the outside. Now into the slot. One more move around. Takes a shot. A save by Connor Mold. He'll cover it up. 10:04 remaining here in this first period. Myers with some outstanding work, but ran into Connor Mold at the end. And we are still scoreless. Weaver, Pryor, LaChance, Doris, and Bell on the ice. As we had a penalty coming up against CAK, and I don't know. And they're going to say hooking. Didn't see that. All right. So, and a very casual call on that one. Puck to the drop to the left of Mold. 10 minutes left here, first period. CAK going to the penalty kill, and we're going to get a whistle. There was a scrum down in the lower left corner. It's going to be checking from behind, and this is going to even it up here as we will be 4-on-4 for the next minute 51. As Myers will go, there's two Myers here. Number 9 Myers will go to the box. And we'll pull this one all the way to our right and drop to the right of Colin Zolke. So 4-on-4 for the next minute 51. 9:54 remaining here in the first period. LaChance, Bell, Pryor, and Weaver out for the 4-on-4. Weaver with the shot from the far point. He'll sail around the kick plate. Pryor will get there. Bell there as well. Bell working to the inside, have it swept away by Forney. Bell going to recover it. Try to work from the right side of Zolke. Couldn't get anything going there from the point. Weaver going to take the shot again. Dangling in front of Zolke, and it's going to be cleared by Randalls out the center, and Weaver is going to get called for the high sticking. Kept it from going into the Jets defensive zone. However, we'll have the face-off to the right of Mold. .127 left on the penalty tomorrow. 1:37 left on the penalty to Myers. Only a 10-second difference. Canton-Akron will have a 10-second power play. They drop this one out to the point. Turk going to send this one to the far side. He'll take the shot, Lang, and it's going to be swept away by Connor Mold. Off to the right of the Jets netminder. He'll tie it up in the lower left corner. 1:14 remaining here. LaChance now will pull it out. He'll set it up from behind the net. Everybody will spread out. Weaver will send it across ice. Give it to Jack Pryor. Pryor going to drop it for LaChance. LaChance through center. Trying to work past Turk. And Nakamura there as well. Back out to the far point. Ethan Bell couldn't keep it in. Now it'll be a battle for Forney there. Excuse me, that's going to be Snyder. And we're going to get a whistle. I believe that's going to be an offside call against Canton-Akron. 8:56 remaining here, first period. .53 seconds left on the penalty to Max Morrow. 1:02 left on the penalty to Myers for Dublin. And down in the lower left corner. They'll send this one back out, stopped by Shea. Shea will put it down at the blue line. Work it back into the Jets defensive zone. Work from the near side. Ripped away by Jack Barbieri. Barbieri working back past Slazik and around the net of Zolke. Can't quite get his feet. Finally, he'll get set. Try to take a shot from the circle, but Slazik will pull it away from him. He'll blow a tire and go down. And we'll have icing coming up against Dublin Jerome. 23 seconds left on the penalty to Max Morrow. 33 seconds to Myers for Dublin Jerome. Craven, Black, Stagmeyer, and Barbieri. The 4 on the ice for Canton-Akron. Championship game here, final of the Allgaier Memorial Tournament. Black will take the face-off against Luke Myers. Out to the near side. Barbieri from the circle takes a shot, swept away by the stick of Zolke. Up against the glass. Black trying to feed it in the slot. Had Stagmeyer there. Stagmeyer couldn't gather his feet up in time. And now Stagmeyer working from the circle to the right. And we're going to get a whistle. And the net going to come off its moorings here, as Zolke had that problem extensively last night. So 9 seconds remaining on the penalty to Max Morrow. Canton-Akron will have 10 seconds of a man advantage. Drop this one to the right of Colin Zolke. Black for the face-off. He'll send this directly into the near board. Barbieri at the point. Now, taking a slapper, and it's going to go wide left of the cage. Craven's going to keep it in at the point and send it past Myers down low, and it'll be Black. Then we'll try to gather up. He'll try to work past Lang. Lang going to almost tackle him. No call on the play there. Okay. Keep playing, Luke Myers. Had the puck. Craven stepping and sweeping it away. Turk ended up with it on the near board as we try to look past the immensely large steel pillar. Stagmeyer banking it off the board. No icing coming up against the Jets. Zolke setting it up to Turk. Upper right corner now. Lucas Black tying it up as he waits for some help. Stagmeyer will come in and throw his shoulder. He'll put a body down. Max Morrow back on the ice. All penalties cleared. Shot from Black. Had it from the top of the slot. Beautiful setup by Max Morrow. Just a little bit too much English on it from the far side now. Dublin Jerome on the move. Sharp angle shot from the left side of Mold. He will redirect it. He'll head out back to center. And Celtics will drift back down in their own defensive zone as Forney now trying with some speed. Tried to get through center. He'll lose the puck. And he'll try to work around Sebastian Dabb. The puck now high over the head of Forney. Headed behind the goal line. And that will be icing coming up against CAK. 6:56 remaining here. First period. No score. Much following the pattern of last night. A very low-scoring game. 1-1 at the end of regulation. Dublin Jerome got the 2-1 shootout win. The game kind of inconsequential because we're both headed today. Here is Brink. We'll take the face-off for Dublin Jerome. The championship game was already set prior to the game last night as Randall's from the point. Try to take a shot. It'll be redirected up into the netting by Buckles, and he was probably better off leaving that one alone. All right, face-off coming to the right of Connor Mold. Brink for Dublin Jerome to take this. And we're going to get a whistle. Brink went down on top of the puck, and he's going to be asked to leave the circle. Ryan Latanen will be the new guy in the circle. Canton-Akron will win this one cleanly from the far side. Wyatt Dilly tried to wrap it up. Deacon Johnson there in the slot trying to hide it from Buckles. He'll take a shot, and it's going to be another save by Connor Mold. We'll work on the near board down lower left corner and around the net of Connor Mold. It will be Balestrino tried to clear it. Didn't get all of that as Brink was right there, and they'll sail right back around the backside of Connor Mold. Trying to get through centers. Balestrino getting bumped around by Brink and company. And it'll be Weaver. They will try to set this up again from behind it. He'll bank this one off the boards. Just trying to get it out of the Jets defensive zone, and finally they do. However, it'll be Snyder that will send it D to the far side over to Forney. Forney through center. He'll have 2 and 3 blue jerseys in front of him on the near side, and we're going to get a whistle for the offside. 5:56 remaining here. First period. We are scoreless. We'll have some changes for Canton-Akron. Stagmeyer, Craven, LaChance, Benson, and I believe that's going to be Barbieri. As they'll take a shot from center ice. Barbieri going to send this around the far side. Hard to tell through the net if that's Barbieri or Jack Pryor. Excuse me, that is going to be Pryor. On the far side, we're going to get a whistle. There was some contact. And the official gave a signal I've never seen in hockey before. It looked like a windshield wiper. I'm sure there's something to that. I'm sure somebody knows what that is. I don't. All right, so Luke Snyder to take the face off to the left of Mold for Dublin Jerome. He'll take this one against LaChance. They'll win this clean. Turk setting it to Lang. Going to redirect it out to center. Stagmeyer there, and there's going to be a high sticking coming up. They'll clear it. Dublin Jerome will get there first. Turk going to send it up the far board and out to center where LaChance is going to steal this one. He'll send it in the upper right corner, right to the right of Zolke. Trying to find somebody in the slot. Tyler Benson there. Couldn't connect on the pass. Dublin Jerome through center. Elmore had it taken away from him. And now it's Stagmeyer working past Turk. Out to the slot. Tried to get the LaChance. But Jason Hu was in the way. He and LaChance bumped into each other. Stagmeyer trying to keep it into the zone. Celtics will bank this one off the glass. And this will be icing coming up against the Jerome Celtics. 4:55 remaining here, first period. Egg, Slazik, Shea, Nakamura making their way to the ice as well as Brett Cashman. It'll be Bell, Doris, Nicely, Barbieri, and Max Morrow for Canton-Akron to the right of Zolke. 4:55 remaining here, first period. No score. Shea to take the face off against Rossi nicely, but send it to the near or far board. Morrow trying to work past Shea. Puck will sail behind the net of Connor Mold, where it will sit for a moment. Ethan Bell taking a sharp angle shot now from the circle from the left of Zolke. Had it knocked away. As now Shea trying to clear it out to Cashman, but it's going to be picked off by Barbieri. He'll send it in the upper right corner, where Lang will try to send it behind the net, trying to get it to Slazik, but Lucas Black coming in. That's going to be Mason Daras. 56, not 86. As Shea will send this one, palm down by Nakamura. They'll battle for it at the red line. And we'll get the whistle, 4:11. Offside coming up against Dublin Jerome. We'll drop this one right at center as Slazik from his own defensive zone, sending it back out to center. And it'll be Chavold. Had it for a moment. Myers working to the far side. We'll drop this one to Macrogiannis at the far point. Down to the circle, into the upper left corners. Macrogiannis trying to work around the left side of Mold. He'll push this one away, and we'll send this one. Try to get it back out to Slazik out at the point, but Jack Barbieri had better plans. Tried to bank it off the boards behind the net, and it'll go up into the netting. We'll get the whistle with 3:45 remaining here in the first frame. No score here. We're scheduled for a 12 o'clock start. Got started right around 12:11. Face off to the right of Connor Mold. Myers in the circle. And Slazik from the point, dropping this one down low to our left. And it'll work it against the board. Trying to get it out of the zone is CAK. Luke Myers trying to feed it through the slot. Nobody there. Myers working through the slot again. Some traffic in here. Bodies will go down. It's covered up. And it's going to go in on the ricochet as Luke Myers will get the goal. For Dublin Jerome, they take a 1-0 lead. 3:22 remaining here in the first frame. A lot of traffic in front of Jets netminder. Dublin Jerome wins the battle in front. Squeezes it in just to the right. Connor Mold face off for Brink and Lucas Black. 3:22 remaining here, first period. And Brink is going to be asked to leave the circle. He'll be replaced by Ryan Latanen. Canton-Akron will win this one. Black sending it down low to the left of Zolski. Randall's sending it down in the corner, trying to feed it in the slot, looking for Tyler Benson. And it'll be taken away by the Celtics. Now on the far side is Latanen. Working to the left of Mold, but he'll be back checked by Black, and we're going to get a whistle. This came in the lower left corner from one of our officials, and the net came off. We'll reset that. We'll drop this to the right in the Jets' defensive zone. So after the net's fixed, we'll drop this one and it'll work in the lower left corner. As Balestrino, he'll take a bump in the upper left corner, trying to shake it loose. Puck still loose, and then we're going to get another whistle. And it's going to be a checking from behind. It was a massive humanity there. And they call it unsportsmanlike as well. looks like Ryan Tannen will head to the box for Dublin Jerome. Canton-Akron will go to their first power play of the day, minus that 10-second one they had earlier. A chance, Barbieri, Black, Weaver, and Stagmeyer out for the power play unit. LaChance taking the face off to the right of Zolski. Dublin Jerome going to win this one. Take it down the far side. That'll be Who clearing it down into the zone. Lucas Black working from behind the net of Connor Mulder. Gets some pressure, trying to get it back out. Taking a shot, almost a shorthanded goal from Luke Snyder. And still working as now Lucas Black will get in the upper left corner. Trying to clear this one out as Stagmeyer sending it across ice to Barbieri. Barbieri trying to catch the puck on the bounce, working past Randalls. Now to the left of Zolski. Forney is there. Stagmeyer pushing Forney into the boards. Puck still loose, and they'll try to keep it in the zone. There's a chance there. Poking at it, trying to get it out, and he'll send it to center ice with Black. Black working to the top of the slot. Working inside, takes a sharp angle shot. It's going to be stopped by Zolke. 2 minutes left here in the first period. 1:16 left on the power play. A couple of good looks for Canton-Akron. And again, Zolke having that very unstable relationship with the net. Backs into that. Face off to the right of Zolke. LaChance taking it. CAK will win this cleanly. Black on the blue line. Taking a shot. Going to go off the stick of a Dublin player on the near board. Trying to keep it in the zone. And it'll be Turk. Feeding it forward to Macrogiannis to the right of Mold. They're working around the net. And Rossi nicely there. Excuse me, that'll be LaChance. Working through the circle. Back out to center. LaChance trying to work around Macrogiannis. Far board. He'll run into a couple jerseys. Puck still loose. He'll take the shot. Shoulder save by Zolke. And LaChance almost took it the entire distance himself. As Macrogiannis now trying to feed it forward. But Stagmeyer with the effort will back this one off the boards out through center. Macrogiannis sent it to the far side now. He'll be harassed by LaChance. Sip from the upper left corner will gather it up for CAK. They'll work around the right side of Mold. He'll drop pass it. And again, it'll be LaChance with some speed. Trying to work past Macrogiannis. Myers next in front of him. He'll get it to Sip. He'll sail past Sip down into the zone to the right of Zolski. Stagmeyer from the circle. Back out to the blue paint. Sip taking the shot. But it's going to go off Myers and be redirected to the far side. Weaver taking the shot. And it's going to be redirected off a Jerome player. Stagmeyer sent it across the slot. Meyer going to intercept it, and he'll clear this one out to center. And it's going to be an opportunity for Jerome as they're going to take a shot. And a shoulder save by Connor Mold sends it up into the netting with 37.1 seconds left here. All penalties cleared. Back to 5-on-5. And the Jets trail by a score of 1-0. Craven, Johnson, Dilley, Chabold, and Pryor. He'll take the next shift. Shea will take the face off for Dublin Jerome. Around the far side. Pulling it to the near boards. Through center. And Jack Pryor almost able to pull it out. Chabold working into the circle under pressure from two different white jerseys in the slot. Has Dilley. Puck's going to jump over his stick, though. Dilley tied up by Nakamura against the boards. He'll kick this one down in the corner to Dan Siff. It'll loosen things up a little bit as Jerome will scoop this one out. Shea will send it forward to Cashman. Couldn't connect on the pass, and it'll be Pryor again. It will secure the puck, and he'll be knocked down and tripped up as the end of the first period comes. No call on that. And after one, Canton-Akron Jets with some work to do. They trail Dublin Jerome Celtics by a score of 1-0. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and CityView Sportscast, all a part of the iMedia One network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and CityView Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why. Ina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Brief intermission for a cut as we get ready for second period action here. Not much of a scoring recap. The score coming in the first frame would be Luke Myers at the 3:22 mark remaining in the first period. That would get the goal for the Dublin Jerome Celtics. They'll take the 1-0 lead into the locker room. One penalty against Canton-Akron. They'll be back tomorrow for hooking. That came with 10:04 left in the first period. And Myers and Latin each with a penalty coming at 9:54 and 2:45 respectively. Cleveland Browns are back in action today. In just about 16 minutes, they will get ready to take on the Tennessee Titans. If you're in the Columbus area, not a very happy crew today as the Ohio State Buckeyes. They dropped the Big Ten championship to number 2, the Indiana Hoosiers. However, both teams headed to the college football playoffs. Youngstown Phantoms in action last night after being scoreless in regulation. Youngstown Phantoms would get the 1-0 shootout over the National Team Developmental Program U18s as the Phantoms finish up a successful couple of weeks here as they would travel from Youngstown all the way to Rochester, New York for a couple of games, and then back again to the Covelli Center last night. Great seats still available for future games, and they make great gifts during the holiday season. Call 330-747-BUCK, 747-7825. Ticket information, of course, you cannot be there. You can always listen to the action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey with the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. We'll step aside for another timeout. When we come back, second period action here on the Chiller Ice Rinks here in Dublin, Ohio. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, City View Sportscast, all along the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Watch this. Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
How scared are you guys? How scared are you?
What keeps you motivated?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Your best source for everything hockey is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game.
McDavid to the net, score!
Off the ice player content you won't find anywhere else.
You guys have a helmet I could throw on for this?
The most NHL edge stats and advanced analytics and ways to catch up on the game how you want, when you want. When it comes to following the NHL, don't settle for anything else. Hockey is better on the NHL app.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Think back to the beginning. That first game. That first jersey. That first moment when you knew you'd found your place. What you wear today started with a feeling. A feeling that changed everything. NHL Shop, a Fanatics experience.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Second period action coming up here from the Dublin Ice Rinks, Chiller Ice Rinks in Dublin, Ohio. Both teams making their way back to the ice. Dublin Jerome with a 1-0 lead. They are out shooting Canton-Akron 12-8 here so far. It's been a weekend of tests for the Canton-Akron Jets. Usually they've been out shooting opponents by double digits. However, this weekend, getting some pushback here. Some really good teams. A great schedule for the Canton-Akron Jets as they push towards the Christmas break. That will come up after the trip to Rochester, New York next week. We will hopefully bring you all the action from New York. Canton-Akron will finish up third weekend in a row on the road for these young men. We'll switch sides of the ice now. Connor Moulton will be in the net to our right. It will be Colin Zolke in the net to our left. 1-0 is the score. Celtics with the lead. Should be just getting ready here in about 8 minutes or so for some the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans will go at it. Cleveland Browns with an opportunity to see the first-round draft pick Cam Ward. Hopefully, maybe get another win for the Browns, but we'll hold on to that. Again, we're in Central Ohio. Could be Cincinnati fans, could be Cleveland as we're underway here. The puck will sail down into the Jets defensive zone. Jack Pryor will attack this one in the upper right corner. Craven in defensively. LaChance, Stagmeyer out there as well, along with Tyler Benson. Pryor from around the back of the net, under pressure from Brink. He'll send it into the corner for Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer trying to send it up the board. Nobody there. Stagmeyer going to hold on to it, though. Oh, Stagmeyer, he's a very stout young player there. Hard to get around him as Canton-Akron will clear this one down ice. It'll be icing coming up against the Jets. 14-28 as we just get started here in this second period. Craven, Benson, LaChance, Stagmeyer. All circling up now for Canton-Akron. Myers to take the face off against Braden LaChance. Shot from the circle. Stopped by Connor Mould. Battle for down. Of course, Macrogiannis and Craven will tussle for it. Craven finally will try to back this one up the board, but Macrogiannis will end up with it down, and Craven will knock him off the path again. He'll tie this one up, wait for a backup from LaChance. And LaChance sweeping it around to the upper right corner where Luke Snyder will be there. And then back out to the circle. Tyler Benson out through center, trying to reach out. Couldn't quite get his feet as he tried to work past Nash Lang. And the puck will be redirected back to Connor Mould. Mould going to push this one back out. Craven had to knock Macrogiannis off his path before he got the Mould. And the puck sailing all the way back down where we will get an icing again against the Jets. 13:46 remaining here. Second period, Jets trail by a score of 1-0. Here on this Sunday afternoon, wrap-up of the Allgaier Memorial Tournament. Sip, Barbieri, Doris, Morrow, and Nicely will take the ice for Canton-Akron. Sip to take the face off to the right of Connor Mould. He'll take this one against Snyder. This one will be swept all the way down ice. No icing coming up here is Forney now from behind the net. Will be under pressure. 2 blue jerseys taking the puck off of him. Tried to run him through the wall as Snyder from the back of the net of Zolke will send this in the lower left corner. Mason Doris there. Doris will go down on one knee, quickly recover, and get back up into the game. Run the circle to the right of Zolke. Aussie Nicely stepping in. He'll deliver a shoulder. Now it's going to be Snyder from the far side. Taking the shot. It's going to be a pad save by Connor Mould. And now we got a tussle in front of the net. Morrow taking 40 down. And then finally we're going to get a call as Carson Delmore came in at the last second as well. And Max Morrow definitely looks like he's headed to the box. And I'm trying to get the number. It's going to be Forney, I believe, for Dublin Jerome that will head to the box. No punches thrown, just tying the tie up, and they'll go down. And this will be okay, so Ryan Latanen's going to go to the box. And I don't know why, but okay. I guess he'll be the volunteer. Myers taking the face off against LaChance to the left of Mould. 12:59 left here. They got 4 minutes up for Max Morrow. And nothing for the other side. So I don't know if this is a mistake or what they have called on that. However, puck covered up by Mold to his left as it will slowly trickle around from the back of the net. And we'll get the whistle. 12:47 remaining here, second period. Jerome on the power play. Pryor trying to clear this one. Stop by Forney. He'll keep it in the zone. Feeds into Myers into the slot. From the right side of Connor Mold. Lang couldn't get all of it. Excuse me, that would be Haig. Couldn't get all of it. And hand pass going to be called against Dublin. Jerome will get the whistle. 12:29 left here in the second period. So it's showing 3.5 minutes on the penalty to Max Morrow. And Ryan Latanen, they do not have time up on the clock for him. A chance taking the face off just outside the Jets' defensive zone. He'll hit this one all the way down the length of the ice to the right of Zolski. Myers working from behind the net. Ethan Bell there. Ethan Bell has been all over the ice this weekend as Luke Myers working from the far side, trying to work past Jack Pryor. He'll have Bell there. He'll feed it out the center, trying to get it to LaChance. LaChance working past Forney to the inside. He's got Pryor down low, but he'll have to leave the zone and reset out the center. He'll send it down in the upper left-hand corner, where it will sail around the kick plate, and it will be Dublin Jerome with the puck down the near board with some speed. It's going to be Myers. Myers from the circle to the left of Mold will take a shot. Pad save by the CAK netminder. Weaver up the near board. It'll be Haig now into the slot looking for somebody and leave. He was looking for Snyder, but Macrogiannis now back into the zone for Dublin Jerome. He'll send it around the kick plate to the upper right corner where it'll be Myers. Myers sending back out to point for Forney. And it's going to be redirected by LaChance. LaChance, 2-on-1 developing. He's got Stagmeyer to his left. LaChance will take the shot. No rebound attempt for Stagmeyer as it'll head into the boards. And back out to center where Jack Pryor will drift back into his defensive zone to reset. 2:16 remaining on the penalty to Max Morrow. As Pryor through center, bank this one off the board. He'll send it down behind the goal line to the left of Zolski. Thought we had a whistle, but we have two games going on. There's another game right behind us. The two rinks divided by a bridge. Here is Dublin Jerome now. Had Luke Myers on the pass from behind the goal line. Now, fortunately, the pass didn't connect. And it'll be Stagmeyer stepping in, puck bouncing all over the place. And out from the circle, takes a shot high over the head of the cage of Connor Mold. The attempt by Snyder. And Slazek, Lucas Black with the attempt to catch the puck headed down, but Zolski going to come out and play it, send it back out to center. And it'll be Cashman down the far side. He'll set from the top of the circle back out to the point for Dublin Jerome. To the circle to the right of Mold. Now 1:21 remaining on the man advantage for Dublin Jerome. Cashman gets us out to Randall's on the near board, down in the lower right corner. He'll get it to Shea. Shea dropping it to Nakamura. Barbieri from around the kick plate. Sends it down ice. He'll clear this one with 1:04. Remaining on the Celtic power play. And from behind the net of Zolski. Dublin Jerome will set it up again. Get it to Cashman. Cashman in the circle to the left of Mold. Cashman to the far side. He'll send it to the opposite circle. That'll be Randall's taking a shot, and it'll be redirected. And up into the netting. Clock will stop at 9:39 left here. Second period. 40 seconds left on the penalty to Max Morrow. We're trying to figure out the time here. Again, no time up there on the other side for Latanen, but Lang down in the slot, takes a very weak shot. Pad saved by Connor Mold. From the far side, that'll be Buckles. Buckles back out to the point. He'll have it again in the circle. Send it back out to Turk. Buckles from the right of Mold. Takes a shot. Swept away by Mold. Puck drifting around the back of the net now is Barbieri. He'll be there for the save. He'll bank this one off the boards. It'll go off the glove of Lang and down into the neutral zone. Picked up by Turk again. Jack Turk to the left of Mold. Trying to work around Barbieri. Let him go to the other side where Ethan Belden will take the path away. Craven in the circle. He'll take it away. Shot. And it's going to be no goal. Almost went off the post. And puck sailing in front of Connor Mold, and that will clear the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. So it appears Latanen is going to be sitting for quite a while here. So I'm thinking he got the unsportsmanlike as well. And we have no way to confirm this, but right now, Pryor, Craven, Black, Tyler Benson, and Ollie Stagmeyer on the ice, as it'll be Myers and Lucas Black that will take the face-off. On the top of the circle, Turk will send it down into the boards to our lower right. Jack Pryor there trying to work past Myers. Myers will pick it up, but Lucas Black is going to try to make him part of the boards as Macrogiannis from the far corner. Now he's being pushed into the boards by Craven. Craven with the leverage has put him down on his knees and held him there. Puck tied up against the boards. Craven, Black, Myers, and Macrogiannis playing hockey more like in a phone booth right now. And Black finally is going to lose it, and we're going to get a penalty coming up. A tripping call. But I don't know how the official got that out of all the bodies that were involved in that. And he called the tripping call, and nobody's gone to the box. As the official will head to the CAK bench. And it'll be Lucas Black. Not sure how we got that call. All the bodies that were tied up against the boards. That's why we're up here, and they are down there. CAK back to the penalty kill. Myers from the circle. And down in the slot, it'll be cleared back out to Forney. Forney at the blue line. Have it taken away by Ethan Bell. Bell trying to feed it to LaChance. 2-on-1 developing. He'll feed it to LaChance. That's on a bouncing pass, though. It's going to go over the stick of Braden LaChance and down into the boards. As Canton-Akron had an opportunity for a shorthanded goal. Lang sending it down behind the goal line. Barbieri trying to send it around the kick plate. Out to center. Again, LaChance with some speed. He'll have to race Luke Myers to the net. He'll take the shot, and Myers got just enough of it to set it up for Forney on the far side. And they'll bring it through center. And this one will end up, I believe, in the bench. Couldn't see because of our large pillar in the way. 1:22 remaining here on the penalty to Lucas Black. 7:36 remaining second period. Celtics with a 1-0 lead. Much of a replay of last night's game. Very tight. Goals at a premium as if we will have the draw at center. Luke Snyder, Braden LaChance for the face-off. LaChance, outstanding, sends this one down, but it'll be Haig that'll pick it up. Or Dublin Jerome at center. We'll get this one back out to Snyder. Snyder being chased down by Bell. Barbieri in front of him as well. Delmore had it. He'll be cleared out to LaChance. LaChance on the race to get to it. Haig will be the first one to it. And he'll set it up from behind the net of Zolski. Took this one around the boards and set this one up for Luke Snyder. Excuse me, that'll be Jason Who. He'll send it to the far side. He'll send that one to Snyder. Who from the far side. Belmont had it taken away out at center. And this is going to be LaChance. LaChance working from the far side, trying to get past Forney. Works to the inside. Takes a shot wide left of the cage. 34 seconds left on the man advantage for Dublin Jerome. Weaver sending this D-to-D at the blue line on the defensive side. And Barbieri will clear it out to center. Try to get it down into the offensive zone, and he will do so. It's Forney. And Stagmeyer will battle down in the lower left corner. Ollie Stagmeyer all over. Power play unit for Dublin Jerome. Delmore had the puck. He'll have it tipped away by Barbieri. Jason Who now trying to set up down in the slot. Belmont was there, but he lost the stick. So we have looks like we had a delayed offside coming up. As it'll be cleared with 1 second left. And we are back to 5-on-5. Lucas Black will hit the ice. 6:11 left here, second period. Dublin Jerome with a 1-0 lead. On the far side, the circle to the right of Mold. It'll go across his face into the near board. The battle this one will be Cashman and Randalls trying to get past Sip and Black. Nakamura trying to drop passes to Cashman. Cashman takes a shot. Leg save by Connor Mold. Just stuck that left leg out enough to knock it away And we have an icing coming up against Canton-Akron. Clock will stop at 5:44 remaining here, first period. Jets trail by a score of 1-0. So, again, we're trying to figure out the issue with Ryan Latan. He went into the box at the 12:59 mark of the second period. Finally gets out. It's at the 5:44 mark. So, 10-minute misconduct, we're going to believe. To wait for the break in the action is Deacon Johnson from the far side, sending it out to center, but it'll be Randalls that will stop it and return it right back to the Jets' defensive zone. Connor Mold was hoping for an icing, couldn't get to it. Craven going to switch directions. Nice move by the senior out of Poland Seminary High School. Chipped this one off the glass. Got it. Latana going to take a shot from Craven, puts him down. Craven lost his swig in the process. Latana with about a 6-inch height advantage. Craven stepping in with the shoulder block. No icing coming up as we go in the upper right corner. Pryor going D to Craven. Craven off the boards, trying to feed it through center. Got it out to Chabot. Have it knocked away by Macrogiannis, who will work through the neutral zone to the far side. Deacon Johnson not giving up any ground. He'll just try to move the puck around. It'll end up on the boards near us. And Jack Pryor going to lift this one out to center. Palmed down by Sebastian Dabb. And sent back out by Macrogiannis, who sent it all the way around. Connor Mold actually had to stop and on the ricochet. Took an odd bounce off the boards and right to the Jets netminder. 4:39 remaining here, second period. Jets trail by a score of 1-0. Barbieri, Black, LaChance, and Weaver. Tyler Benson out as well. Face off to the right of Connor Mold. He'll win this one cleanly. Shot from the point. Swept away by Mold. He'll work from right to left. Send us back out to the point to Lang. Lang taking a shot. Macrogiannis attempted to screen Mold, but it'll go over his left shoulder and into the glass. And we're going to get a whistle. High sticking. Coming up against Dublin Jerome with 4:23 remaining here, second period. Oh, actually, a penalty. Don't call it the penalty. Myers will head to the box. Canton-Akron will head to the power play. .423 remaining here in the second period. Jets will get the power play. Barbieri, LaChance, Black, Stagmeyer, and Weaver. First power play unit out for CAK. Drop to the right of Zulski. Chance with the face-off. Take it around the far side. Lang sending it down the length of the ice. Connor Mold coming out to play it. He'll drop it behind the net for Weaver. Weaver and Black will swing around there. Ooh, stepping in her puck now sitting out center. And it was a drop pass intended for LaChance. He'll pass it up. And now it'll be Dublin Jerome that will try to clear this one down in the upper right corner. Weaver will do it again. 90 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Canton-Akron. 3:50 remaining second period. Jets down 1-0. Lucas Black now will have to chase the puck all the way back down. Shea will be on his left side. He'll bump into him. But he'll have Braden LaChance there for the support. Lower right corners. Braden LaChance will bring this out. Captain looking around ice. He'll work it back to the inside. And he'll work around Brink. LaChance through center. And have the puck taken away by Mason Shea. Connor Mold coming back out to play it out to center. And sends it all the way right out to Jack Barbieri. Barbieri into the offensive zone now. Weaver from around the net looking for somebody in the slot. Too many white jerseys there. Had it redirected in the lower left corner. Back out to the blue line. It'll go off the stick of Lucas Black. But Connor Mold will send it right back out to the far side. Braden LaChance had it, but he was interrupted by Nash Lang. And Weaver with the puck now. Stagmeyer will take it on the ricochet from a defensive move. And Forney will had it. Barbieri from the top of the circle takes a shot. And no rebound as it'll sail into the upper left corner. LaChance pushed around by Brink. And now it's Luke Snyder. Odd man rush as he'll try to get past Sip. Sip doing a good job. He puts Myers down. And Weaver sending around a kick late to LaChance. 9 seconds left on the man advantage for Canton-Akron. Sip from the far side. He'll take it into the zone. He'll Stagmeyer to his left. Trying to feed it into Barbieri as he came into the zone. LaChance now pick it up on the near boards, lower left corner, and it'll go around the net. As we clear the penalty, we're back to 5-on-5. the far left corner to the left of Zolski. Will get a penalty coming up. And who will this one be on? It looks like Canton-Akron will head to the box. So after an unsuccessful power play, they will now go to the penalty kill. Ollie Stagmeyer, they're going to accuse of the hold. If I saw the signal right from the official who was standing away from us. Penalty kill coming up here. Craven, Pryor, Bell, and Siff. We will have the face-off to the right of Connor Mold. 2:09 remaining here, second period. Jets trail 1-0. Jets on the penalty kill. Macrigiana sending this around the kick plate. He'll get this one out to Slazing. Slazing from the circle. We'll send it right back around. We'll try to give it to Macrigianis. He'll try to feed it to the far side. Myers wasn't expecting the pass, and Siff will be right in front of him. He'll backhand this down in the lower right corner where Jack Pryor and Macrigianis will battle for it. Siff there as well. Snyder trying to work around Jack Pryor. He'll turn back around, try to retry it. Turk to the far side. Macrigianis from the circle to the right of Mold. Takes a shot. Goes wide left. And the puck will sail to the other end of the ice where Turk will set it up. Jack Turk waiting from behind the bench. He'll give this one up to Luke Snyder. Excuse me, that'll be Myers through center. Trying to work through 4 blue jerseys. And the math didn't math for him. Puck down the far side. And Dan Siff trying to race Turk to it. And Turk will get the angle. Siff will stay on him. We'll send this one back through the neutral zone. Luke Snyder now trying to work past Craven, and Craven lifting a stick nicely as Snyder has had enough of Ethan Bell as well. The chance going to redirect this puck into the upper right corner. Turk now setting up with 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Myers from the circle to the left of Mold, taking the shot wide left. Around the kick plate to Turk, back out at the far point, and he'll drop it down into the circle. He'll give it to Myers. It'll be sent by Ethan Bell. Bell had an opportunity to feed over to LaChance, but it was going to be interrupted. And Craven now still going to play this one off the boards and down ice with 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. LaChance trying to work past two, get to the net. He'll knock who down on his backside. And Forney now in the lower left corner for Dublin Jerome. Will try one last rush on this power play. He'll work from the inside out. Far side, Craven there taking a path away. LaChance there as well. Into the slot. And well played by Jack Pryor. Macrigianis on the near side is weak there of the penalty. 2 seconds left in the second period. 1-0 is your score. Craven will cover it up. And we will get the sound of the end of the second period after 2. Nothing more done here as the Canton-Akron Jets. They still trail by a score of 1-0. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and City View Sportscast, all a part of the iMedia One Network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Back here at the Dublin Ice Rinks, the Chiller Ice Rinks in Dublin as we get ready for third period action here. Another close one. 1-0 is your score. Jets trail the Dublin Jerome Celtics. We'll switch sides again. Zolski will be in the net to our right. Connor Mold to our left. And Canton-Akron will have to get something going offensively as they had unofficially one shot on net in that second period. Luke Snyder, Braden LaChance to take the face-off to get this third period started. And it's going to settle down at center. Stagmeyer will send it back to his defenseman. And it'll be Lang, though, that will set up from his own defensive zone. And Turk bouncing this one off. Turk taking a bump from Tyler Benson. Turk reconsidering some life decisions at that point. Boo, sending it through the defensive zone. And it'll be Snyder rubbed off the puck by Stagmeyer. Will end up to the right of Connor Mold. Now back into the slot. Swept away. Shot from the blue line. That'll be Turk. Puck settling down in front of Connor Mold. Swept away for the Jets now. As they'll work down the near board. LaChance going to blow a tire. And Lang will send this one back in the Jets' defensive zone where it will be covered by Gage Weaver. Weaver out to the far side to go right off of boot of right past Tyler Benson. We'll get an icing coming up against the Jets. 14:07 remaining in the game here. Jets trail by a score of 1-0. Jets offensively have had very few opportunities there in the second period. Face off to the left of Connor Mold. Mason Shea to take it for the for Dublin. Siff for Canton-Akron. Shot on net. Blocker side save by Mold. Lower left corner. He'll send it down through center. This will be nicely down the far board now. He'll be harassed by Forney. He'll have to redirect. He'll have Doris there. Siff waiting in the slot. Siff rotating around nicely. Trying to find an opportunity to get rid of the puck. Back out to the point to Craven. Craven taking a shot, trying to redirect it through traffic. Randalls, though, will bounce this one off the boards. Craven trying to keep it in. And Craven going to have to race Shea down there. He'll get help from Pryor. And it is going to be an icing coming up against Dublin Jerome. 13:33 remaining here, third period. We'll bring this one all the way back and have the face-off to the left of Colin Zelski. Zulke, excuse me. Keep putting an S in there. I believe in Youngstown we call it the Southside Slurp. All right. So Siff to take the face-off to the left. He'll take this one against John Brink. Nicely backing him up. He'll step into the circle. And it will be Buckles that will have it. He'll try to work past Barbieri. Send it to the far side to Latanen and have it redirected to Randalls. Randalls from the blue line will take a shot. It'll go off the boot of Siff. And it'll be Forney that will drift back into the neutral zone and just throw this down low into the low left corner where the Jets will return the favor. And this one's going to go off of the rafters as Jack Barbieri put a little bit too much on that. 13-12 left in the game as Hig and Slazik will head to the ice. Trevor Randall will head to the bench for the Celtics. Face off to the right of Mold. Against the near boards as they'll try to clear this one out. Out to center as Sebastian Tapp battling Brink and doing a fine job getting it down in the offensive zone, down into our lower right. And Dublin Jerome will clear this all the way down ice. Icing coming up against the Celtics. We'll bring this one back. 12:53 remaining in the game. Dublin Jerome 1, Canton-Akron nothing. These two teams rated 88.13 and 88.112. According to MyHockeyRankings.com, 1/100th of a point apart as Tyler Benson tried to backhand this one over to Zulke. Meyer from behind the net. Under pressure, he'll send it to the far right corner. And it'll be Macrogiannis now. Had the puck there, but Ollie Stagmeyer coming in disrupting pretty much the entire world. Black taking the shot from the top of the circle. Blocker side save, rebound shot by Tyler Benson. And it won't be stopped either. And did the net come off again? No. We'll get the whistle though. 12:32 remaining here, and they're going to call a high sticking against Canton-Akron. They will switch sides of the ice here. We'll drop this one to the left of Mold. 12:32 remaining in the game. Finals of the Algar Memorial Tournament here in Dublin, Ohio. Myers will take the face-off against Lucas Black. Slazik on the near board. Black trying to get to the puck here. Stagmeyer and Black trying to takes a shot, and it's going to be stopped. And I don't even know if Zulke saw that. Stagmeyer from the right side takes a shot, looking for a rebound. He'll cover it up. And Tyler Benson took a shot from behind, went down, got up, and didn't take too kindly to it. And the officials are now pointing towards the timeout box. Jacob Haig will head there for the Celtics. And Tyler Benson will head there as well. Matching penalties here with 12:15 remaining in the game. A chance, Stagmeyer, Black, Craven, and Jack Pryor on the ice. Face off to the right of Zolke. Colin Zolke playing in his second game against the Canton-Akron Jets in less than 24 hours. Luke Snyder take the face off against Stagmeyer. From around the back of the net now. Jump over Turk. Black trying to backhand this to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer back out to the point. Pryor taking a shot. It's going to go off the boot of Who and sail out to center. Craven will keep it at the red line. He'll chip this one off the boards, send it down low, where Zolke will send it up for Turk from behind the net. 11:54 remaining in the game. Lang trying to get it through center. He'll drop this one to Who. Who couldn't handle it. And the puck on the far side now as we try to work around our infamous steel beam. Black trying to clear it out of the zone. He'll have it bounce around, and an offside call coming up against Dublin Jerome. 11:36 remaining on the clock. Jets looking for that elusive goal to tie this one up. Drop this one just outside the Jets' defensive zone. Will be Sif and Shea. And the puck high above the head of Lang, and Sif trying to sneak in there. Almost had it. Turk, though, will clear it to the far side. He'll get it out to Luke Snyder. Shea working down the far board. We'll get the whistle, and another offside call against Dublin Jerome. 11:20 remaining in the game. Jets trying to tie this one up at one as Shea will take the face off against Sif to the far side, just outside the Jets' defensive zone. And the puck will settle. Shea will bank this one off the board and down behind the net of Connor Mold. Barbieri will be in the lower left corner to send this one back around. And it will head all the way down ice. Are we going to get an icing? Nope. It will be Lang that will play it. He'll backhand this one to Turk on the near board. Ethan Bell, though, right there. Ethan Bell has been all over the ice this weekend. Weaver from the far side in his defensive zone will chip this one up and over out to the neutral zone. Chased down by Dan Sif. Sif trying to get the Turk now on the far side. Redirected by Nicely. And Nicely delivered a blow there to Nakamura. Nakamura said he's going to go to the bench and think about it. Lower left corner. This puck will bounce out to the circle to the left of Mold. Rossi Nicely working past Latanen. And back down in the lower left corner. Barbieri will skate this one out. He'll chip it up in the air and get it past Forney. And Ethan Bell will chase Forney down for the puck. He'll have Randalls to his left. Forney will switch directions and send it back out to the far side. Latanen sending it around to kick late around the net of Connor Mold. Buckles there. Tie it up as he waits for help from the Celtic offense. Trying to pull it out here. Get in our blind spot down to our left. Wyatt Dilley now from behind the net. Through the circle to the left of Mold. He'll get into the neutral zone. Trying to work past Latanen. He throws a shoulder on Latanen. Latanen goes down on his back. Puck loose now, but Brink will send it over to Randalls to the left of Zolke. And back to the far side. Forney sending it out into the slot. Brink through center. And it'll be sent all the way down behind the net of Connor Mold again. And we'll have 9:35 remaining in the game here as the Celtics go for a change. Dilley taking a shot. Glove swept away as Macrogiannis goes down. Gets up a little bit slow, but he'll recover. Dilley battling against the board. This one banks off of it. It looks like this is going to be icing coming up against the Celtics. We'll bring this one back to the right side. And drop this one to the left of Zolke, I believe. No, we're actually going to go to the right side. Nope, left side. I was right the first time. Left, right, left, right. The chance for Canton-Akron Craven. Taking a shot. Going to go wide right of the cage. I don't even know if Zolke saw that. A big shot by Lucas Black. Black feeding it in the slot. Taken away by Macrogiannis. He'll send it to the far board. Try to keep it in. And Stagmeyer had an opportunity, but they'll feed it over to Luke Myers. Myers trying to work past. And we're going to get a whistle. Couldn't tell if that was Jack Pryor or not, but a tripping call coming up. And it'll be Jack Barbieri. Nope, I was right the first time again. Jack Pryor. We'll go with your first gut on these things. Jack Pryor will head to the box for tripping. Celtics will go to the power play. 8:59 remaining here, third period. Myers will take the face off. Ward Dublin Jerome to the right. Braden LaChance for CAK. And LaChance, excellent job. Will send this down, and it will slowly trickle down to Zolke, who will set it up. Black tried to reach in there. Put a little pressure on. And now Luke Myers down the near board. Working to the right of Connor Mold. Tried to feed it through, but Jack Barbieri poking it away. Snyder from around the net now on the left side. Will feed it back out to the blue line. He'll take a shot from the point. Glove save by the Jets netminder. 8:36 remaining here in the game. 138 on the penalty to Jack Pryor. Jets trail 1-0. Outstanding matchup between these two teams as Myers and LaChance will take the face off to the left of Mold. The official's going to blow the whistle. He's going to try to back everybody out of the circle, but he's trying to get a head start. Turk. So this one D to D to the far side. Send it back. Turk trying to take a shot. Go off the boot of Lucas Black. Still loose. Going to be redirected down to the right of Connor Mold and to the near board. And we're going to get a whistle. And that may be an offside call. 8:22 remaining. 8:22 remaining here, third period. 124 remaining on the penalty to Jack Pryor. Jets trying to get some offense going is LaChance and Myers again will take the draw. Kind of an awkward attempt there. Now the official will do it for real. Shot from the blue line by Slazik. Knocked away by Mold. Working from the right side to send the puck across the ice. Circle to the left. Slazik trying to feed it in. Myers trying to take the shot, but he was hemmed up by Barbieri. I'm going to say a high sticking, which apparently happened again behind the. And it's going to be Barbieri that's going to head to the box with 8:05 remaining here. 5-on-3 coming up. 1:07 left on the penalty to Jack Pryor. 2 minutes now. Jack Barbieri, both defensemen, sitting in the box. Braden LaChance will take the face off now. Black, LaChance, and Weaver out. Forney. The blue line, he'll send this D to D to the far side, and it'll be poked out. Opportunity for Lucas Black. Black on the breakaway. One-on-one with Zolke. Takes the shot, tried to backhand it, and Zolke will push it away. And LaChance will recover it. He'll try to kick it around as Myers will now have it and send it back out to the neutral zone for Forney. Forney taking his time here through center. Luke Myers will go down. He'll recover though. Forney setting up for Myers. Myers to the right of Connor Mold, and he will shoot it from the right side and score. 7:34 remaining here in the game. Dublin Jerome takes a 2-0 lead. That will clear the penalty to Jack Pryor. 1:29 remaining on the penalty to Jack Barbieri. Lessons learned is we cannot have two Jacks in a box. All right, Snyder, after some bad dad humor, take the face off at center. Who? Walking to mid-ice. He'll drop this one back to Forney. Forney sending it to Lang on the near side. Lang back to Forney. Forney through the neutral zone, working to the right. Connor Mold still 5-on-4 here for the next minute 13. Craven stepping in to take the shot away. He's going to go up into the netting. The clock will stop with 7:14 remaining here. Jets trail 2-0. He's off to come to the left of Connor Mold. Stagmeyer will take this one. Take it against Luke Snyder. Stagmeyer, the junior out of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Craven trying to clear it from around the back of the net of Mold. Out to center. Forney drifting out to the neutral zone will reset, take his time, and send this one to the far side. He'll get this one over to Nash Lang. Lang through center, trying to work past Jack Pryor. Take a half-hearted shot. Stop by Connor Mold. 44 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Celtics. 6:49 remaining in the game. Randalls, Turk, Shea, Cashman, Nakamura all headed to the ice. Turk out there as well. Craven, Bell, Pryor, and Stagmeyer out for the Canton-Akron Jets. Shot to the right side of Mold. He'll redirect it up in the netting. We'll get the clock again to stop with 6:44 left in this game. Jets trail 2-0. Face off to the left of Mold again. Shea going to be asked to leave the circle. Nakamura will come in to replace him in the circle. Pryor and Shea will battle against the boards to the rear of Connor Mold to his left. Pile-up taking place here with 29 seconds left on the power play. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Puck high up in the air. We'll get the whistle. And officials will have to get another puck. Shea and John Brink will take the Stagmeyer and Brink will take the face off to the left of Mold. Settling out at the circle, Jack Pryor trying to get possession, try to send it out to the blue line, but Buckles will send this one back around the net. Craven reversing direction will send it up against the boards, back out the neutral zone, and Dublin Jerome will have to clear. Stagmeyer now through center will try to take a shot, try to work through 3 white jerseys. They'll work against the far board into zone here as Stagmeyer again taking the shot, and a glove save by Colin Zolke. 5:59 remaining here in the game. Jets trail 2-0. Bell, Siff, nicely, Weaver. And Doris out, Barbieri, and I think we're going to have to clear one here as Ethan Bell will head back to the bench, back to 5-on-5 here with just under 6 minutes to play in the game. Weaver taking the shot from the point, going to redirect it off the boot of a Dublin player. And now Latanen try to keep it in her. Siff will sweep it back in. Siff sweeping it down in the upper right corner. Latanen sending it over to Slazek. Slazek back to the far side. They'll try to get this over to Haig. Siff trying to send it back out to the point and kept in by Weaver. Weaver takes a shot and it'll go out the blocker side save and up and over the safety netting to our lower right with 5.5 minutes left in the game. Jets with a 2-0 deficit is LaChance, Benson, Barbieri, Stagmeyer, and Weaver. We'll try to find some offense here as LaChance will take the face off to the left of Zolke. Benson taking the shot, going to be redirected off the stick and up into the netting. Only a couple seconds tick off of the clock. So we'll do it again. Forney will come out. Jack Turk will head to the bench. Chance. He'll take the face off again to the left of Zolke. Well, Benson behind him. And Forney sending it out to the far side. Weaver there, though. He'll backhand it back into the Jets' offensive zone. Meyer, though, for Dublin. Jerome will try to send it back out. Weaver's back here. He'll take a push from the back. And no call. He went for the puck, took a push from behind, and it will be another shot from the right side by Luke Myers with a glove save by Connor Mold. 5:01 remaining here in this final of the Allgaier Memorial Tournament here in Dublin, Ohio. Craven, Benson, LaChance, Stagmeyer Trying to get that fifth man here in our blind spot. As Benson sending it to the far side. Gets it out to LaChance. LaChance trying to feed it to Benson, but too much on it. Into the slot. LaChance had an opportunity, but knocked off the path by Lang. Out to the point. Craven taking a shot. Tries to get it through. Back round, second shot. It will go up into the net. And it was Tyler Benson that tried to backhand it, scooped it, put too much on it. And the clock will stop with 4:44 remaining here in this game. Face off to the right of Zolke this time. Luke Snyder, Ollie Stagmeyer for the draw. Send this one directly down to the Dublin Jerome netminder. And we'll get a whistle. Up into the bench of Dublin Jerome. 4:38 remaining in the game. Pryor, Benson, LaChance, Stagmeyer, Craven. Try to find some offense. Braden LaChance. Jets captain taking the face off and send it back down behind the net where Lang will pick it up from the far side under duress from Stagmeyer. Turk there as well. Tyler Benson all over him. It'll shoot out to who here on the next. It's Pryor from the circle. Chip it down behind the goal line to the left of Zolke. Lang there trying to backhand it to Turk. Turk trying to find some room here. Who will have it. He'll get it out to the neutral zone. On the left side, Jack Pryor in his way. He'll drop this one off to Luke Snyder. And down on the lower left corner, they'll battle for it. Puck loose now, CAK with possession. Up the near board. Stagmeyer trying to clear it out of there. And finally, Jack Pryor through center, one-on-one with Forney. He'll have LaChance to his right and try to feed it, but Forney got in the way. Backhand over to LaChance. LaChance down in the slot to Benson. Benson with an opportunity for a backhand, just couldn't get his hands together. And an opportunity there for CAK. 3:44 remaining in the game. Both teams going to go for a wholesale change here as we'll drop this one to the left of Colin Zolke. Chavold, Dab, Johnson, Weaver, and Barbieri for Canton-Akron. Bastion Dab, the senior out of Highland High School, down the lower right corner. He'll Shea, Deacon Johnson, and Dab all battling towards Slazik, trying to step in. They'll pin Deacon Johnson against the board. It'll come loose. And now CAK with possession. Shot from the circle to the right. No rebound shot. And it'll be Cashman now through center. Try to chip it down there. Barbieri got in the way, and then Barbieri sending it to the far side, sends it into the netting just above the scorer's table. The clock will stop with 3:20 left here in regulation. Jets trail 2-0. Face off to come out just outside of the Jets defensive zone on our near side in front of the Jets bench. Shea and Dab for the draw. Dab sending this one down. Will be chased down by Haig. He'll be chased down by Chavold. They'll try to keep it in, but have to drop it out to center. Send it all the way around to the kick plate where Thor Chavold on the near boards will try to get around Slazik. Slazik trying to send it around. He'll get it to Cashman. Cashman feeding it over, and the only one there was Barbieri. Barbieri in the circle to the left of Zolke. We'll send it back out, and Chavold will keep it in the lower right corner. He'll be tied up by Mason Shea. Slazik in there as well. Puck loose, Cashman there, and Sebastian Dab with the effort gets to the puck, and a glove saved by the Celtic netminder. 2:39 remaining in the game. Jets trail 2-0. And now it will be Bell, Doris, Pryor, Craven, and Sif for the Canton-Akron Jets. Face off to the left, of Zolke. And puck loose out at the point. Pryor trying to keep it in. They'll be knocked out to center. Brink with it. He'll have Craven in front, 2-on-1. And it actually was 2-on-2 there, and it was redirected by Craven to the far side. Back through center is Jack Pryor. Pryor getting into the zone. And he'll take a shot. That'll be Doris. It'll be Walker side save by Zolke, and Lang will try to clear this one out of zone. And it sent this up into the bleachers on the far side. Souvenir time. 2:10 remaining here in the game. LaChance, Stagmeyer, Tyler Benson, Will Craven, Jack Pryor. Trying to find the back of the net here. This one will be sent out to center all the way down ice. No icing. As called by our official. Pryor from behind the net. Waiting for Braden LaChance. LaChance going to bring it out on the near board. Trying to work pass. Giannis. And to the far side. Puck down, coming down to the near side. Hard again. Trying to work through our blind spot is Turk. Sends it down to the Jets defensive zone. Send it to the far side. Craven through center. He'll get it down to Tyler Benson. Benson trying to backhand it down into the zone. He'll try to work around Lang. From behind the net of Zolke. It'll be LaChance. 1:25 remaining in the game. Stagmeyer tried to take a shot. Went off the stick of Luke Myers. And he'll sail back out to the neutral zone where Pryor will pick it up until the Jets clear. Turk, though, in the way of the Jack Pryor shot. He'll send it all the way down ice. Stagmeyer will race Myers to it, but it'll be icing nonetheless. We'll bring it back. 1:07 remaining in the game. Jets with a 2-0 deficit. For the last minute 7, looks like it's going to be Dabb, Siff, Black, Barbieri, and Weaver. Draw coming to the left. As Forney. The puck, they'll try to chip it along the board. Who? Trying to do the same thing. He'll run into some traffic. And it'll go down to the circle to the left of Zolke and up into the bench of Dublin Jerome. 56.2 seconds remaining in the game. Connor Mold still in net for the Jets. Face off to come again to the left. Again of Colin Zolke. Lucas Black for Canton-Akron. Dabb taking a shot off the post. And now Weaver off the board. Down the Siff in the upper right corner. As time ticks down here. 43.2 seconds left. Barbieri sending us to the far side. Now drifting back into the defensive zone as the Jets start to lose time. Siff trying to work through center. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Dan Siff through three white jerseys. Will not be able to do much with it. It'll sail down in the lower right corner. Back out to Barbieri. And it'll work its way back out to center. Luke Myers going to race Sebastian Dabb for the puck. As Weaver will have 15 seconds left in the game. And we're going to get a whistle. There was some contact down the left side. It's an interference call coming up against Sebastian Dabb, who will head to the box for the last 13.9 seconds. Jets trail 2-0. They will drop this one to the right of Connor Mold. Dublin Jerome going to the power play for the final 13.9 seconds. This one will sail out to the blue line. Shot by Slazik. Stopped by Mold. And that will bring us to the last 3 seconds into the final. As the Dublin Jerome Celtics, they will get the win by a score of 2-0. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll come back and give you some of the numbers and wrap it up here from the Chiller Ice Rinks here in Dublin, Ohio. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and City View Sportscast, a part of the iMedia One Network.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Back here as we wrap it up one last time from the Chiller Ice Rinks in Dublin, Ohio. Jets drop the Algar Memorial Tournament finale by a score of 2-0. Scores coming, both of them, from Luke Myers. He's the only one that has scored any goals against the Canton-Akron Jets here. Had one last night in regulation, one in the shootout, had one at the 3:22 mark of the first period, and the one to seal it with 7:34 of the third period. Shots on goal. Canton-Akron outshot 33-22 in this one. Zolke would stop 22 out of 22 that he faced. Connor Mold would stop 31 out of 33. Canton-Akron 0 for 5 on the power play. Dublin Jerome would go 1 for 8. Canton-Akron Jets will head to Rochester, New York next week for a tournament. Stay tuned to all our social media. We'll try to keep you updated as we look forward to bring you all the action from the Empire State as the Canton-Akron Jets will round out their 3 weekends in a row on the road. 2 of them down here in Columbus, and then 1 more to go there in Rochester before the holiday break coming up. So for Kalen Mold, I'm Jim Craven, and also for Dave Ferris back in Youngstown, thanks for all the help this weekend. We appreciate it. We will see you all back here next Friday as the Canton-Akron Jets, again, will travel to Rochester, New York. Your score one last time here in the final was the Dublin Jerome Celtics 2, the Canton-Akron Jets 0. We hope you have a fantastic Sunday and a great week. We'll see you back here next week, everyone.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
In the 7-10 matchup. Here is Reese Davis asking a question to Commissioner of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee, Hunter Yurachek, on how it all transpired.
Every single ranking up to this point, you had it the other way. Why, without benefit of another game being played, did this change?
Maurice, first and foremost, the debate I hear you guys having in my ear in the studio, I'm sure it's been debated over the last 12 hours, and that was the debate we had in our committee room into the early morning hours, and then again as the sun was coming up. And the first move in that was we felt like the way BYU performed in their championship game, a second loss to Texas Tech in a similar fashion, was worthy of Miami moving ahead of them in the rankings. And once we moved Miami ahead of BYU, then we had that side-by-side comparison that everybody had been hungering for with Notre Dame and Miami. And you look at those two teams on paper, and they're almost equal in their schedule strength, their common opponents, the results against their common opponents. But the one metric we had to fall back on, again, was the head-to-head.
I'll let you handle that.
Okay, so
I'll let you handle that one.
a lot of elements of that to be frustrated with. I think most notably the fact that head-to-head never really came into account for their conversation until this week, which is ridiculous. But also,
Well, what do you mean? They rewatched the game.
They rewatch a game from week 1. So this is another thing that really ticks me off. They rewatch a game from week 1 for Notre Dame and Miami, in which Notre Dame is starting a freshman quarterback for the first time in his career. There's criticism about how Jeremiah Love wasn't effective in the game. Well, it's because they weren't giving him the ball. I don't know if anybody recalls that, but that was a big conversation on College Game Day yesterday. And I was like, did anyone actually remember watching that game? I don't know what we're talking about. But the thing that frustrated me the most about that answer, JVT, is that Juracek dings BYU for the way they performed in their conference title game, which, by the way, 2 losses on the schedule for them to the number 4 ranked team in your metrics, right? With a quarterback that got injured on the opening drive of that game. Yet you are not dinging Alabama for their performance in the SEC title game and a healthy quarterback that just sucked and a run game that was -3 rushing yards for the game and couldn't get across midfield to save their life. So you ding BYU, but you don't ding Alabama. Makes no sense.
I think you said it well. I'm not going to add anything. By the way, the Colts have officially ruled out Daniel Jones with an Achilles injury.
Oh, they're calling it an Achilles officially.
Yep.
Dang, that
So
sucks.
That'll be that for the season for Daniel Jones. And now all of a sudden we're on Anthony Richardson watch. When is he going to be healthy? When is he going to be available? By the way, extra point is good. Cleveland ends up getting a touchdown, so they still trail 14-10, 14-24 left to go in the second. And
1 yard catch from David Njoku, from Shadur Sanders, to David Njoku.
J.J. McCarthy, 9 of 10 for a couple of touchdowns. Well, 1 touchdown, but they're up 14-0 right now. Come on.
You love 9.
Today we do.
Again, for inquiring minds, though, we have talked a lot about the total in this Tennessee Titans-Browns game because it was the lowest one of the season, closed 33 some spots. We already have 24 combined points in the second quarter just started.
I mean, again, we say it all the time, but it does matter. Precipitation does not really dictate scoring. It is wind. And this was a relatively calm day in terms of wind. There are some snow flurries, but nothing really. And I know maybe a good chunk of this total was also, hey, these offenses are stunk all year, so you're probably not going to get much. And by the way, we still could get under the total. We should also point that out. We're still at 14-10. But to your overall point here, the fact that this was thought of to be some awful game where we're down to, 32 and a half or whatever it was, 33. And here we are already with 24 points with still at the beginning of the second quarter. It just goes to show, I mean, we see these all the time. We don't really know what we're doing here for the most part.
No, and neither does the selection committee.
Did
they
you
don't know what they're doing.
Oh, there you go. See, you don't want to let it go.
Well, I just don't understand how the committee tells you every single week they view Notre Dame as better than Miami, and then in the one set of rankings that actually counts, they change their mind.
Can I fire you up even more?
Please.
Sam Darnold threw an interception.
No!
Yep. Did not go well for the Seahawks on that previous drive. So Seattle is going to get off the field here, but 4th and 12 coming up for Atlanta. I can't tell.
Atlanta got the ball back and they've sucked it up just as bad.
I was going to say, yeah, they're in field goal territory. So they're going to try to get up here 6-3 with, what are we calling that here? Pretty long field goal, looks like.
35-yarder, Zane Gonzalez.
50 yards.
50? Oh,
they're at the 30. They're about the 35, but yeah. And it's blocked. There we go.
Okay, that's what we need.
The Seahawks special teams are so good. It's one of the reasons why they're a good team overall. And again, we never really talk about it, but dude, special teams makes the difference a ton. Jonathan Taylor just fumbled the ball. That's great. But yeah, the Seahawks are a very special team, and special teams is part of it. Jonathan Taylor reached out for some extra yards. I think that was him. Ball got kicked out of his hands. Turnover. Jacksonville recovers.
Reminder, everybody, ProfitX is giving you an exclusive 20% purchase match up to $100. They're the #1 sports prediction market available right now in 40+ states, where you can trade your sports opinions just like stocks on main lines, player props, parlays, and more. Use the code VSIN. That'll claim your 20% match up to $100. Get in on the action now. Download the ProfitX app today and experience the future of sports betting.
Honey, look, 4 calling birds.
Do they have cell phones?
Well, yeah. They're called calling birds because they have 4 lines of Cricket 5G.
How do they pay?
Oh, easy. Each line is only $25 a month.
Who are they calling?
Beats me. One sec, gotta take this.
Join Cricket Nation and get 4 lines for $25 per month each. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. New lines only. All lines must be selected. Unlimited plan fees. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device. It is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
This holiday season, bring everyone together with unforgettable flavor from Omaha Steaks, the official sponsor of tailgating, gifting, and holiday feasting. And right now, you can score 16 free smash burgers plus 50% off site-wide when you shop omahasteaks.com/VSiN. Whether you're hosting the holiday game, planning the family dinner, or sending gifts that actually mean something, Omaha Steaks has you covered. Think perfectly aged USDA certified tender steaks, juicy air-chilled chicken, gourmet sides and appetizers, and those bold, beefy burgers everyone goes back for seconds on. Omaha Steaks makes holiday shopping easy. Every order arrives frozen, ready to store, gift, or serve. And every bite is backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee. So don't wait. Stock up, gift smart, and celebrate deliciously. Get 16 free smash burgers, plus 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com/VSiN. That's omahasteaks.com/VSIN. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
Sean Green and Ryan Kramer bring an energetic approach to sports betting to keep you entertained while sweating your bets on the Sports Gambling Podcast live at VSiN.
When I watch this Dolphins team and you hear the players talk, you hear the coach talk, it just seems like it's not working.
Thank you, Peloton, for helping Jordan Davis lose enough weight to be able to hit 18 miles an hour.
Join Sean and Ryan every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Gambling Podcast live at VSiN, right here on the Sports Betting Network. Looking for an edge on NFL player props? VSiN Pro's new NFL player prop projections tool is here. It compares DraftKings lines with Opta-powered AI projections, so you can see where the numbers differ and spot potential value before you place your bets. Our player prop projections tool is available now exclusively for VSiN Pro subscribers. Go to VSiN.com/props to check out this tool and more, only on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Experience the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Live it up with the world's largest sports book, Circa Sports. Get loose and get loud with all sports, all seasons at Stadium Swim. Take in the $1 million views at our rooftop lounge, Legacy Club. Go big and go all night with our luxurious rooms and suites. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN. You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
So I don't want to be that guy, or in my case, gal, but it feels like the Colts season took a major turn in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, you think? Did that sound angry?
So, for anyone who missed it, Daniel Jones officially ruled out for the game with an Achilles injury today against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, with Anthony Richardson currently on injured reserve, it is the Riley Leonard show the rest of the way in Jacksonville, where it appears this house of horrors will continue. The Colts have not won a game in Jacksonville since 2014, and now they're down big 21-7 after a Jonathan Taylor fumble led to a Travis Etienne touchdown. And we have, 12 and a half minutes to go still in the second quarter of this game. It's gotten ugly early for Indy.
So, I, maybe unfairly at times, have been accused of getting somewhat angry. We used to and still do have a little bit of I don't know what we would call it, a benchmark of John Von Triggered.
Yeah.
Where I would go on little rants here and there. I don't know if maybe, again, you and I have been in partnership now for about 6 months. Maybe, I'm kind of rubbing off on you a little bit in the way you handle things.
Yeah, you made me a lot more mean.
You have a tendency to go off on certain things as well. You just did it with the college football playoff. And I think I'm going to try to throw a little bit of a match into the kindling once more right now. As with Jonathan Taylor's, or excuse me, with Daniel Jones' injury here, as well as T. Higgins' status, not only have all props been refunded for Daniel Jones, but we're on NFL early exit watch, and we're monitoring T. Higgins' status. And if he does not return in the second half, eligible customers will receive early exit cash credits within 24 hours.
He's being evaluated for a concussion right now, and this makes me sick. This is so dumb. The refund culture is nauseating.
The flame is growing.
This is just, well, you are doing well with this because you know how much it irks me.
Yep.
Like, that's such a killer. What if you bet the under? That is an option to bet too, people. What are we talking about?
Don't worry. T. Higgins has his sideline. He's on the sideline with his helmet. He's back. Oh, Riley Leonard with a dime. Oh, it's over. I'm back. We're fine. Everything's good.
Peanut butter Leonard time.
That's right. He won the Manning Passing Academy when he was in high school.
There you go.
Tim Murray told me that many times.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Has been rolled out essentially, I believe, like Gannon said that he's not going to play the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
So he's not going to play the rest of the year. Most people have said that they believe he has played his last game in an Arizona Cardinals uniform. So is he moving on? Would that be a spot? Would that be the guy to grab?
I mean, is he cut? Because there's no way they're taking on 22.
That contract is ridiculous.
Yeah, so there's no way they're taking that on. I mean,
but could you share the price tag? Don't some teams do that to offload somebody? Take on some of that contract. You like swallow some of it so you can move on.
I'm not going to pretend to be some sort of cap analyst here. Here's the thing: before you move on to that step, again, you have to figure out if you have anything in Anthony Richardson. If the hope is that he potentially comes off,
they should have done that this year,
of course. But if the hope is that they potentially get him back off IR next week, and then you have, what are we talking? What are the Colts? 8-4. This will be their 13th game. So you have my terrible math, 4 games left to decide and see whether or not Anthony Richardson has improved to the point where you think you can, build around him next season. But that's the whole thing. I mean, look, I think you're done. I mean, I don't know if you're done seeing Daniel Jones in a Colts uniform, but it kind of sucks to go, sorry, dude, thanks for the 8-4 start, but we're not paying you. See you later. But you can't.
he's a guy with an injury history. Who are you really competing with to pay him at the end of the day, which is how they got into the whole debacle in New York to begin with him, because they give him this big contract, even though nobody else was fired up to go try to steal Daniel Jones and give him that payday.
Sure.
It's absurd that they did it.
A quick aside. Cincinnati cannot be stopped. 21-11 touchdown yet again. This one, it is a 10-yard pass from Joe Burrow to Chase Brown. So he's
got 2 today.
He's got 2 today. And on top of that, I mean, as we're looking at this game, again, 32, you already have 32 points with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Such a good lesson. Again, the precipitation doesn't really matter when it comes to scoring. This snow has been ridiculous. And yet they're moving up and down the field, both teams. Cincinnati right now, averaging about 5.6 yards per play. They've been meticulous. Buffalo's generated the bigger plays. They're actually averaging 7.3 per play, but Cincinnati has been just up and down the field in their drives that they have had up to this point.
Would any part of you want to target a second half under in that game with how high the scoring output has been to this point, or you just like let it ride and watch it because it feels like one of those days?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the argument you can make is Cincinnati is 7 of 7 on third downs and has 158 total yards. I mean, at some point, your drives are going to die. You know, you can't just continue to convert these and operate. But I mean, I think we're at, direct me if I'm wrong, I think we have 3 total possessions for Cincinnati, all leading into, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for Cincinnati. So the basic argument would be water finds its level. You're not going to score on every drive. Maybe you play this under, or maybe a Cincinnati team total under. If the snow continues to get worse and you just assume that, again, you just can't score on every single one of your drives in the NFL.
So thought this was interesting coming across my X feed just now. Marcel Louis-Jacques, who covers the Jets right now, said this is his 6th game, covers the Dolphins. He said this is his 6th Jets game that he's covered at MetLife, and he just realized they've started a different quarterback in each one of them. So it was Sam Darnold in 19, Flacco in 21, Zach Wilson in 22, Tim Boyle in 23, Rodgers last year, Tyrod Taylor today, and now we're getting Brady Cook.
What a life.
What a time to be alive, to be a Jets fan. You poor thing.
Hey, Brady Cook's let him do a touchdown drive, no? Or was that like a defensive touchdown?
No, it was a punt return touchdown, 78-yard punt return.
Hey, say what you want. We've watched a lot of Jets games on these Sunday shows in which they have had some special teams touchdowns.
Yeah, good point. Very true.
Okay, I'm going to show you a play right now. You know, sometimes I'm not an evaluator of talent at the quarterback position, but I feel like I have an idea. I would like you to watch what Shedeur Sanders does on this play right here. A very quizzical choice, nonetheless. Dropping back in the clean pocket and running straight.
What is that?
Running straight into pressure, like a dead sprint in a clean pocket toward pressure, and then just throwing the ball at the floor.
Did he think he was going to break through a hole, or
I don't know.
what? After he had already held on the ball for how long before he made that move up in the pocket?
I mean, I guess they just showed the angle behind him. Maybe he thought that he had some space there, and maybe in college you can break that. These NFL athletes are different, and he's going to get called for intentional grounding.
Is Shedeur Sanders fast, and I missed that because I don't know why his skill set would have him want to try that anyways.
Yep. By the way, he was called for intentional grounding on that play. So
that was so bad.
That was really poor.
That's not just a rookie mistake. That's just bad ball. Meanwhile, good ball. We talk about Joe Burrow. First 3 drives, 12 of 15, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, 21 points. They are 7 for 7, perfect on third down, and 5 of 5 for 55 on
Should
third
we
down.
bet the Cincinnati Bengals to win the Super Bowl? I mean, they're mathematically alive.
So what do you think ultimately happens with the Bengals the rest of the way?
I mean, honestly, they can still win the AFC North. What am I mocking
Well, here's
here?
what I'm saying. For as much as we're talking about Bengals Ravens and how this is like for the top spot in the division right now, the Bengals are not out of it.
No.
At all.
They're actually, as we pointed out at the beginning of the week, they are 3-1 in the division. And so you could still finish the division. You could still finish 5-1 in the division. You have the Ravens left and you have the Browns. So the problem is you've already got your 2 against the Steelers in the books. You split those. But I mean, look, they're not dead. I guess you can, I mockingly said it. Can you make the case to not only win the AFC North, but you're going to hear it if they win this game, if this result holds and they win, and let's say they score and they do it at will a little bit more, you're going to hear the Ravens are going to, or excuse me, the Bengals are a dangerous team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Bengals are going to be the team you don't want to face in the playoffs.
Correct. And remaining schedule for Pittsburgh, Dolphins at the Lions, at the Browns, home versus the Ravens.
Yeah, it's
those are losable games along the stretch here for Pittsburgh, and I would include Miami in that, considering the way the Dolphins are playing.
And for a team too in Pittsburgh that has struggled mightily, right?
Correct.
Like they have the 4-1 start, and all signs are pointing to them winning the division. But we made the conversation about how the back end of the schedule is so difficult on paper for them. Even prior to really hitting that full stretch, they still dropped 5 of their last 7 games, including that ugly loss in the second half last week to Buffalo. And now they're in what is a 1-score game right now in Baltimore.
You know what? I'm back in. We're betting the Browns, or excuse me, we're betting the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, right?
No.
Why not?
I'm not doing that.
Or
Let me
do
see
you
what the
just-
number is. It's 100 to 1. I'll bet anything.
There we go.
I'll bet just about anything. 100 to 1.
What's it called? What was I going to say? Not anything. I gave you 501 on Dak Prescott to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Just throw $10 on that
And
one.
you didn't want any part
I
of it.
told you I didn't agree with the market number.
Okay. Well, you didn't bet it.
I didn't think he was gonna. I don't want to just light my money on fire. I see
You're
more of a
talking about
path. I see slightly more of a path with this.
Well, yeah, 501 compared to 100 to 1. You're going to bet every 100 to 1 out there?
$10. What are you gonna do? Kick is
You
up
hear
and
that,
good,
folks?
by the way, for
$10
Chris
is nothing to
Boswell,
Stormy Bonnet.
as they are now up and making it a 2-score game, 13-3.
This will shock nobody. The Browns are punting the ball away to the Tennessee Titans. Titans got an opportunity here, man. Get this win. 1-11. Give us like a 6-way tie with 2 wins at the top of the draft, and who knows what the hell's going to happen.
I'm pretty ticked off that the touchdown that the Browns scored from a yard out was to Njoku instead of running it in.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty irritated with that one. On that note, we got to step aside here on Live Bet Sunday.
Riley Leonard's knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door. Can they make it a 1-score game in Jacksonville with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter? We'll update you on that and more coming up after the break.
No, they can't.
This is the Bloomberg Business of Sports Report, brought to you by LinkedIn. I'm Michael Barr. Billionaire soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo has taken a stake in Perplexity AI. The size of the stake and financial terms were kept hush-hush. Perplexity AI also entered a global sponsorship agreement with Ronaldo and launched an interactive hub for fans on its search engine. The attorney for 2 teams suing NASCAR described series chairman Jim France as a brick wall in negotiations over a new revenue-sharing model. The case involves 2311 Racing, owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, and Front Row Motorsports. They are the only teams that refused to sign new charter agreements in September of 2024. Charters guarantee a spot in races and a payout from NASCAR. The teams argue the deal lacked their requests and was presented as take it or leave it. With the Bloomberg Business of Sports Report, I'm Michael Barr.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This Black Friday, VEASAN's hooking you up with our biggest deal of the year. Just $60 for full VEASAN Pro access through May 1st. That's 6 months of nonstop action from the heart of the NFL season and college bowl games through the Super Bowl, March Mania, the Masters, and the NBA playoffs. Get every VEASAN Pro article, betting tool, AI projection, and expert pick, all for just $60. Don't wait. This offer's only for a limited time. Head to VEASAN.com/subscribe and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Will Patrick Mahomes go over or under his passing yards prop this weekend? With the VSiN NFL Player Prop Analyzer, you don't have to guess. The Player Prop Analyzer gives you a projection and compares it to the real-time betting line. Try it out at VSiN.com for every player and game this season. Our best new subscriber offer is here. Get VSiN Pro for just $60 through May 1st for access to everything we do, including every major sport. Go to VSiN.com/subscribe. That's VSIN.com/subscribe.
This is Live Bet Sunday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Looking to boost your bankroll? You're listening to us, so of course you are. Well, get this. Bracco's giving new depositors a 50% purchase bonus right now when you use our promo code VSiN when you sign up. That's VSIN. Bracco's lines are live right now on our VSiN betting splits page, so you can see where the action is moving before you place any wager. Turn your bonus into an edge with insight that matters. Head over to playbracco.com today. Again, use that promo code VSIN. Play Bracco, BRACCO.com today. Code
Olivia.
VSiN.